Hello, my name is Brian. Welcome to my 3D printing vlog. Today I will be showing you how to get your first layer to adhere to your print bed. A common problem that you can get while 3D printing is the first layer of plastic, as it oozes down and falls onto your print bed, is that it will not stick and it will begin to warp as well. There are a couple of ways to solve this issue, and I will be showing you a few today.
Okay, so this is my 3D printer that you're looking at. I have the Orion. It's a CNC printer, and it's a Delta style printer, so unlike Cartesian printers which move on the X and Y axis, this moves using 3 arms. Now the bed that I have is a glass bed. So I have set the temperature on my hot end to 195 degrees Celsius, and I have set my print bed to 70 degrees Celsius. The Orion does have a heated print surface, so that helps as well to have my first layer cool off more slowly and reduce the warping of my parts. The piece that I will print is going to be a Marvin from 3D Hubs. Okay, so I have set my printer to begin printing my Marvin. My print hot end is at 184 degrees, a little colder than normal, and then my bed is at 72. So let's see what happens. Here you can see that the print is coming out fairly well. The print filament that you see around the foot is not a skirt, but it is actually just some of that hot end material that came out while I was coming up to temperature. The first thing I'm going to show you today is how to print a skirt for your 3D printer. Now what the skirt does is it helps prevent that issue we just saw where the first layer will have some ooze or it won't adhere properly because the filament is still coming out of the hot end and it hasn't quite got a good flow to it yet or consistency. So what the skirt will do is it will draw an outline around the object you are printing, and as this outline goes along, it gives the hot end time to get to the right settings and to let that filament come out, heat up properly, and come out at a good consistency. So the program that I've loaded here is Matter Control 1.1. This is the recommended program by CNC for the 3D printer, and what it does is it'll take the file that I upload, convert that from an STL file into G code so that it can print out. So since I already have this loaded, I'm going to go to my advanced controls. Okay, and you see my layer perimeters here. That's good, but I'm going to go to skirt and brim. So it'll say distance from object 3 millimeters. And I like to have my outline a little bit farther away, especially for smaller objects where I have plenty of room. So I'm going to change that to about 10 millimeters. Okay, and I don't need any support material, so I'm already good. Okay, and now that I've got my skirt and brim settings done, I'm going to go ahead and click start. And my printer is going to warm up, and we will see how that first layer comes out now. Just a reminder, there's nothing on my print bed. It is just a clean glass print bed, and it's going to print basically with my default settings, but now it's going to print that Marvin with a skirt. Okay, we're seeing the skirt being printed by my 3D printer, and I did not take any of the oozing filament out of the hot end prior to printing this. It's just printing just by computer control here. Okay, so we'll see that the skirt has finished printing, and you see it's the 10 millimeters away, just like the program had it set to. And you'll see it's going ahead and printing the feet now for my Marvin. Let's give that a few minutes to print and see how the feet turn out. Okay, so here's a close-up of that skirt. You can see that the first couple of parts of the first line that came out, it was not coming out well. You can see a little bit of where that ooze that was generating from the nozzle being hot before it started printing slanted to the side there, and what that skirt allowed it to do is instead of being a messed up first layer, it let it be laid out in the skirt, and you can see there that the rest of the skirt looks pretty good as the temperature is being extruded at the right temperature and everything is flowing well, and it looks like the feet are pretty good. So let's take a look at it. Okay, and I'm going to use my tool here to try and detach that. Okay, and with a little bit of leverage it comes off, and let's look at these feet. Okay, so on the left now I have the original feet here, and I'm going to try and zoom in on this for you. Okay, so on the left here you'll see the original 3D print that I did, and this was all at regular settings but no skirt. And on the right you'll see the feet for the Marvin with the skirt. You'll see that it came out pretty good, little or no error on that, and the skirt did its job, and it did pop off fairly easy due to the small surface area as well. So here you go, you see the benefits of printing a skirt. So next time you do your 3D print, use the skirt feature on your program. Okay, so one of the great things about doing the skirt is this can be done on basically any 3D print surface. Whether you're using some kind of metal bed or a glass bed, you can print the skirt. Now the other two things I'm going to show you today do depend on the bed type that you have. I've only tried them on glass beds, so I can't recommend them for any other bed type. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to use a glue stick to get good first layer adhesion and help prevent a little bit of part warping. So what I use is Elmer's washable school glue stick, and this is the all-purpose clear, if you can see that here. Okay, there it is. Okay, and it's a little bit fuzzy, sorry about that. So what I will do is I just take the cap off and make sure that your bed is cool, and I'm going to just apply this to the surface. Okay, and that's it. You can see a little bit of the white from the glue sticking down there, and then you can go ahead and print your object. Okay, so the next method that I'm going to show you, and this is the method that I use to get my prints to hold, and again this is using PLA filament, is Aquanet Extra Super Hold Hairspray. You can use any kind of hairspray, however this hairspray is known as being very firm and very good in getting prints to stick. I just ordered mine from Amazon.com. I'm sure you can find it at some other stores as well, but it's easy just to have it shipped to your door. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to take my build plate, my glass plate here, off of my print bed. Okay, and I just use these binder clips. I take them off like so. Alright, and there you have it. On the build plate, comes off pretty easily. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on a different surface to spray with my Aquanet hairspray. So I've placed my build plate just on a paper grocery bag on the floor here, and that's just to keep the hairspray out of my 3D printer. I don't want to get that everywhere. I just want that to get on my build plate. Okay, and then I just spray it like so. Alright, and now I've adhered my hairspray to my glass bed. And what I'll do is I will do a few test prints with this, and I'll heat my bed up, and that helps to get that hairspray to stick to that glass plate. And then after another print, I'll come back and I will spray the hairspray on. And then I'll have a couple of good layers here, usually about 2 or 3 sprays after some test print. And then the hairspray is good, and the glass surface will be good and help that first layer to adhere.
That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Again, to recap, today I showed you 3 methods for getting your first layer to adhere properly to your 3D print bed. The 3 things were: first, printing with a skirt around your object. What this does again is it allows the filament to get to a good temperature and consistency and draws an outline around the object that it will print later. The second option is to use a glue stick. I use the Elmer's school glue, and that can be washed off as well. And the third option is using hairspray, and I use the Aquanet Extra Firm Hold Hairspray to get that first layer to stick and come off easy as well. I always print with a skirt, and the second and third option I always use in combination. And my preferred method is using the hairspray to have the best results with that. Thank you for watching this video. Again, my name is Brian. You can visit my website at 3dphobbyist.com. You can also follow me at Twitter at 3dphobbyist, and in my YouTube channel as well with the same name, 3dphobbyist. Thanks for watching and happy printing.